And welcome to another week of Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to in this week's show. We'll have highlights of a few of our area high school football teams in action. The Statesboro Blue Devils going 3-0 for the first time since 2013 and knocking off Effingham County for the first time since 2011. They went up to Springfield and picked up the big victory there on the road, a shutout win for the Blue Devils. As for the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets, they were able to rebound from a region opening loss to Islands as they knocked off region foe Savannah High 40-6 there at Fred Shaver Field. And the Bulloch Academy Gators run their overall record to 3-1 with a big victory at home against Westfield, which is also their region opener. They're 1-0 in the region. Portal lost on the road at ECI there in Twin City. As for the Georgia Southern Eagles, they're coming off a bye week. Of course, the last time they were in action was a couple weeks ago as they lost a heartbreaker up in Minnesota. This week, the Eagles open up Sunbelt play as they'll be hosting Lafayette coming up Saturday evening at Paulson Stadium. Plenty to get to in this week's show, including some softball highlights. But right now, we'll take a break and come back with some Statesboro High highlights. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888, or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Well, the Statesboro Blue Devils hoping to run their record to 3-0 this past week as they hit the road for a non-region game against Effingham County in Springfield. They hadn't beaten the Rebels since 2011. That all changed on Friday. Let's send you out for some of the highlights. Statesboro Blue Devils on the road at Effingham County looking to move to 3-0 for the first time since 2013. Early on, the give to Jalen Robertson. He breaks free to midfield, but the ball comes loose and the Rebels recover. Statesboro's defense, though, playing solid throughout. They would only allow one first down the entire first half. Here, Corey McCullough with the big hit. Offense gets the ball back, and Jalen making up for the fumble as he will go down the far sidelines 80 yards all the way down to the Effingham 18 from Statesboro's own 2-yard line. And a few plays later, the give to Vardrian Lipsy. He gets hit hard, but first down inside the 5, and Robertson then goes in for the score, and Statesboro would open up a 7-0 lead. More from the Blue Devil defense, and check out Brendan Jackson. The big hit, sniffing out the screen on that one. Back on offense. And it's Robertson again. This time he turns the corner and goes 17 yards for the score. Statesboro up 14-0. Still in the first, and here's Robertson once again. He'd have over 260 yards rushing in the game, getting the Blue Devils close. And then from the 1 on 4th and 1, Robertson in for the score. The Blue Devils opening up a 21-0 halftime lead. Of course, 2 years ago in Springfield, Statesboro was up by 21, ended up losing the game. Not so this time around. In the third quarter, it's Lipsy, 17 yards for the touchdown. The lead is extended to 28-0. The Rebel cannon quiet on this night because the Blue Devil defense was loud. Corey McCullough, another big hit for a loss. Back on offense we go, and the give goes to Robertson, and it looks like he's going to score on this play as he hits the pylon, but he's ruled that he fumbled through the end zone. Coach Kaiser not happy with that one as it ends up being Effingham's ball, but no problem as the defense comes up with a big play once again. This time a nice leaping interception by Brendan Jackson, who makes a nice run here as he cuts back against the grain, breaks tackles, and goes in for the score, and the Blue Devils win 35-0. Up next for the Blue Devils, they'll be taking on 3-1 West Lawrence coming up Friday night at Womack Field. Stay with us. Up next, we'll see how the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets did.
My Queensboro banker is Cheryl Quick.
Blanchard Equipment Company has 16 locations.
Queensboro has homegrown values just like us.
They get heavily involved in every community.
And that means strong customer service.
They've been around a long time, just like John Deere.
When you run across the bank like that, you stick with them.
I sure would like to own one of these John Deeres.
Well, we can sure make that happen.
Oh, well.
Queensboro is your community bank. Queensboro National Bank and Trust.
Well, we're here at the University Store. Big game this week. Got a game week for Georgia Southern. Plenty of apparel here. Plenty of things for your game day needs. Plenty of different brands. Plenty for your tailgating. Let's get out and take a look at some of the things they have here at the University Store. If it's games you're looking for, the Georgia Southern University Store has plenty for your tailgating fun. You don't have to give up fashion just because of Georgia Southern's clear bag policy. Looking for something for your office or maybe your man cave? The Georgia Southern University Store has you covered. A wide variety of hats and visors for men, women, and youths. Game day gear for junior and pint-sized Eagles. Gus says yes to the Eagles and the University Store. University Store outfitting Eagle Nation for over 6 decades.
A sports injury can stop you in your tracks. At Optum Orthopedics, our specialized physicians and staff use advanced orthopedic procedures with one specific goal in mind: to get you back to you. If you have a sports injury, request an evaluation. Experience the Optum difference.
When my dad passed away, we started keeping my mother at home. She was not happy, and we were not happy because she wasn't happy, and so we decided we would check into Willow Pond, and we brought her to Willow Pond, and immediately when she came up here, that visit, the first visit, she fell in love with it, and she was ready to stay. We're so happy that we did for her because she was completely satisfied, and she lived here almost 11 years, between 10 and a half and 11 years, and there's no doubt in my mind that it extended her life, and it made her happy and completely content.
My name is Chandler Dennard, and I'm the Executive Director here at Willow Pond. Come let our family take care of your family.
Well, the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets coming off a region loss 2 weeks ago on a Thursday night to Islands. This past week they got the ship righted as they were able to host Savannah High and go to 1-1 and 2-2 overall. Let's send you out for some of the highlights. Bulloch Academy opening up region play as they were hosting Westfield Friday night. We picked things up in the first quarter, and the Gators down in the goal line. And it's the give to Jake Wasden, who goes in for a 5-yard touchdown. Bulloch Academy up 7-0. A little bit later, still in the first, and Rodney Hill finds some room to run around the right side. He goes all the way down inside the 5, and from there, the give to Wasden once again. And the Gators open up a 14-0 lead in the second quarter. The give to Rodney Hill, and this time he goes all the way over through defenders into the end zone for the score, 21-0. The defense pitching in is Cam Harrison with the big tackle for a loss. A little later, Fisher Oglesby keeps it himself, gets around the corner, down to the 20-yard line, and then the give to Hill again, up the middle, into the end zone. The Gators rolling up 28-0. More from Hill. He'd have nearly 200 yards rushing on the evening. And then it's Oglesby rolling out, and he'll find Case Murphy in the flat, and Case will go in for the score. Bulloch Academy on top, 35-0 at the half. More of the same in the second half. They're continuing to pour it on after a botched snap. Brandon Hodges recovers. Bulloch Academy in great field position. They'd cash in just a couple plays later as Fisher Oglesby calls his own number and gets into the end zone. BA up 42-0. The defense would then get in on the fun as the pass intercepted by Ford Wilds. No one's going to catch him. He goes in for the score. The Gators continuing to pour it on. Caleb Futch with the finishing touch as the Gators roll 56-0. Next up for the Yellow Jackets, they'll be hitting the road, going to Savannah to take on Beach. Stay with us. Up next, we'll see how the Bulloch Academy Gators fared.
Ready for fall? Us too at RJ Pope. Get ready to cheer on your favorite team in a new performance polo from Peter Millar, Southern Tide and AFCO. Ladies, we have the best brands and trending fashions. Complete your look with one of our best-selling shoe brands, Soft, On Cloud, and Free People. Shop these brands and so much more at one of our 3 locations, RJ Pope Buckhead, Downtown, and Vidalia.
Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy, in-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests, and ultrasounds, and in-house labs. Featuring nurse practitioner Melissa Beasley, Family Internal Medicine of Statesboro can accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care.
Danielle likes shopping at Badcock Home Furniture and More because she can always find her favorite styles. Danielle likes shopping on Badcock.com because now she can do it in her comfy pants.
Badcock.com brings the store to your door with thousands of items to choose from. With hometown values, outstanding service, and your style, our credit financing. Shop online or in store and see why Badcock Home Furniture and More was named Furniture Retailer of the Year.
It's now time for our Badcock Players of the Week. This week it goes to Statesboro High running back Jalen Robertson, who rushed for over 230 yards on Friday and 3 touchdowns. And on the girls' side of things, Southeast Bulloch pitcher Elena Barnard, who pitched a couple of shutouts and also was hot at the bat as well. The Southeast Bulloch Coaches Show segment is brought to you in part thanks to Southeast Tire and Service. Southeast Tire and Service has been in business for 13 years, offering extensive vehicle repair and service from bumper to bumper. Come have a cup of coffee with us and let us help you with your car needs. Located at 400 Parker Avenue in Brooklyn. Well, the Bulloch Academy Gators have seemed to straighten things out after their season opening heartbreaking loss to Pinewood. They have won now 3 in a row, including the big win this past Friday night at Gator Alley, a region opener against Westfield. The Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets looking to bounce back from their region opening loss to Islands, hosting Savannah High. This one all Jackets. Early on, Christian Clark airs it out, and Michael Dixon comes down with it. He goes in for the touchdown. Southeast up 7-0. More of the same as Jamari Daniel takes the handoff. And he's off to the races, going 65 yards before finally being dragged down inside the 5-yard line. One play later, Darius Lovett goes into the end zone. 13-0 Southeast Bulloch at this point. Early in the second quarter, the Jackets continuing to get it done. Christian Clark with the toss and another first down. Jamari Daniel helping put the Jackets up 20-0. More from Southeast Bulloch. The Blue Jackets going deep, but the Yellow Jackets there for the interception. Darius Lovett coming up with it here. Unfortunately, they give it right back. Christian Clark picked off for a pick six. That would be the only points the Blue Jackets would score all game. Meanwhile, on the ensuing kickoff, it gives Traydon McBride a chance to, yes, go to the house once again. His third kickoff return for a touchdown in 3 games. More from the defense, this time a pick six is Michael Flip Dixon with the interception, and he's in for the score. Southeast Bulloch in control. We move to the second half and more of the same. To give to Ethan Shannon, and he goes the distance as Southeast Bulloch cruises to the victory 40-6. And up next for the Gators, they'll be hosting Augusta Prep Friday night, their third straight home game for the Gators. All right, stay with us. Coming up next, we'll check on our area high school softball. This portion of the Southeast Bulloch Coaches Show is brought to you by Crazy Nick's Inflatables. We'd love to be a part of your birthday parties, church and Sunday school functions, school event, community event, company events, or just entertainment for a small family gathering. Whatever your event, it can provide the fun. Serving Bulloch, Effingham, Bryan, and surrounding counties, delivery, setup, and breakdown are all included in the pricing. For more information, call 912-690-5972 or visit them online at nick@crazynicksinflatables.com.
We place our trust in a lot of things every day. We trust that the red light will turn green, that our kids will wake us up too early on the weekends, and that our roof will keep us dry when the storm comes rolling through. But there's nothing more trustworthy than the rising sun. For over 50 years, Lee Hill and Johnston has ensured the trust of thousands across the Southeast. Like the faithfulness of the rising sun, you can rest assured that we have your trust insured.
Well, area high school softball teams are doing pretty well so far this year. You've got the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets undefeated, and on top in their region, the Bulloch Academy Gators undefeated, and on top in their region, Statesboro High was able to secure their region regular season championship with a victory over Ware County this past week. Now they'll be hosting the start of the region tournament coming up on Wednesday at Mill Creek Park, and the Portal Panthers have won 3 in a row. They have senior night coming up on Tuesday. Let's get out and take a look at some of the recent highlights. Southeast Bulloch hosting Tattnall County in a non-region matchup this week. Pick things up in the first. No score. Elena Barnard drives the double to the fence and left. 2-run score, and the Jackets take a 2-0 lead. More from Southeast Bulloch. Delaney Thames takes off on the wild pitch. She scores to make it 3-0. Later at 4-0, Maddie Grahams with the RBI single into left. Southeast up 6-0 at this point. Elena Barnard getting it done on the mound. She'd end up throwing a shutout. And then back at the plate, McKinley Fields with the RBI double into right. The Jackets continue. Barnard getting some help defensively as Kayla McDuffie goes down for this one and flips to Fields for the out. And finally, 6-0. And Maddie Grahams ends the game with a 2-run blast to left. Her dad at third appreciates that one. And Southeast wins by the run rule by a final count of 8-0. Bulloch Academy in a non-region matchup Monday against Calvary Baptist. The Gators start the scoring. Bailey Howard with the perfect bunt That sets the runners up, and Reagan Ellis brings them in. The hard shot to third scores Liv Finley, and it's 1-0. Later, Sloan Aubrey with the hard shot to second. This would help to load the bases. And then Liv Finley grounds ball to third for the fourth, but no tag at the plate. J.B. Marsh safe. Bailey Howard then rips a single into right. Aubrey scores. The Gators continuing as Leah Williford singles into left. And the Gators plate 2. And we go on to win as Reagan Ellis, the finishing touch. And Bulloch Academy wins 6-0. And that's going to wrap it up for this week's show. We thank you for joining us. Don't forget to tune in for our midweek show, as we'll be previewing all of the upcoming games, as well as the Georgia Southern Eagles as they take on Louisiana.